Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I woke up this morning without my voice and thought, man, what better things could I do with my life than scream and yell as I fall from a cliff? So I'm sure you saw I have played this game before. I'm starting it new, but basically I had already recorded this and run out of hard drive space mid-recording, so corrupted the entire thing. And now I'm back here again. So I might get through the first bit a little bit easier, but I'm still going to be suffering the entire time. What? Oh, no, don't do that, Metro. Okay, there we go. Anywho, so for those of you, I don't know a whole lot about this. All I know is that it is extremely frustrating, and I have figured out why very quickly. For those of you that have no idea what this is, you're just seeing a dude in a pot with a hammer swinging around trying to get over this dead tree. It is an extremely infuriating game in which you are trying to climb a mountain. From what I can tell. I could be completely wrong.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
That's not right, Bennett.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Thanks, Bennett. Anywho, so...
Alright. Thanks for coming with me on this trip.
Okay.
I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Thanks, Bennett.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
Thanks for the monologue, Bennett. Anywho, this is about as far as I've gotten. Anywho, so if you didn't sort of like, if you tuned out or didn't quite get exactly what I was saying, basically, this game is incredibly painstaking and is apparently
the obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault, as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Stop. Get up. Don't just dangle there, bud. Don't just dangle there like an... Oh. I've hurled myself over to the left side of that rock like 20 times. And that brings you right back down to the beginning, which kind of sucks. There we go. So yeah, basically, odd, intriguing, and above all others, frustrating. But you know what? I've heard great things about this game. I've heard it's really fun. Not heard it's fun. Never mind. But I have heard fantastic things about this game. And so I decided to give it a shot. Decided to see how terrible could it possibly be. And then I realized how terrible it is. Not terrible in terms of game quality. Don't get me wrong. This game is really well made. But it's made to tick you off. And it does that really, really well whenever I'm trying to get up this vertical corridor of death. And I accidentally pushed myself home. Yeah, this game makes people... I've seen some people get really hangry at this game. And I will likely become one of those people because I do not do well with repeated failure of getting over the thing. I'm getting over it. I can't get over it. I'm sorry. Some days I just can't get over it. Best part, like I said, woke up this morning with a sore throat, so all this screaming and yelling at rocks and random things in my way probably won't be all that good for me. I mean, my throat's on fire as it is, so we'll have to roll with it. See how it goes. Get up the Come on, you pussy. Get up the thing. Ah! Jesus. Come on. Come on, buddy. Alright. I'm getting the hang of it. Huh. Look at me and my man muscles. Pushing my man hammer and my man oh, no! Hey there, bud. Don't go the whole way down. Stop it. Get up the rock in the thing in the... Jesus. As you can tell, for those of you that have not played this or not seen this yet, it gets extremely infuriating, extremely frustrating, extremely quickly. So I'm just hoping that I don't succumb to complete anger for this game because it. There we go. Okay, so I have not gotten any further than this point yet. This is where I am completely stuck. But what's great about this game is that you fail so often that you get good at failing, and you get good at not sucking so much. I mean, relatively, it probably took me about an hour and a half to get through all that I just got through within about, a minute and a half. So, I mean, you get really good at, hurling yourself back down, and, the thing, get up there! Come on, stop it! Come on. Anyway, this game really hits home point of, you're gonna do well at failing. And once you're so good at failing, then you'll learn not to fail. And I think that's super cool, super intuitive, and I really love it. I think there's more meaning to this game than what meets the eye. Come on, get up on the pretty rock. Don't just start flinging yourself around there.
You've done this part before. You know it's possible.
I haven't.
Just do what you did the first time.
I haven't done this part before. No. Bop. And bop. There we go. I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting nowhere. I'm gonna act like I'm getting somewhere, though, for my self-confidence levels. So I feel like I need to get myself up on that rock. Yep. I'm gonna bop myself up to the left and really fail at it because I'm terrible at this game. No! Hang on there. Don't make any rash decisions there. Just pull yourself back up the cliff. This is gonna take me a while. This is gonna take me a really long time, isn't it? Alright, hang on. I need to... this is gonna be painstaking. I know it already. But I'm gonna go with it. I'm guessing that, like, as I progressively... I'm just gonna leave it there. I guess as I progressively get more and more angry with this game, I'm gonna lose my voice more and more, so be prepared for that. No, that's not what we're looking for, Budro. No, don't do that to me, man. Get up the rock. I have to say, this climbing is anything but sexy, but I'll roll with it. Yeah, I actually want to know if they're down. I'm sure it was like a legitimate game, but I wonder what it was like. Like, this is the embodiment of that older sexy hiking game. I'm kind of interested in it. But like, this game is so painstaking enough that I feel like that other one might just be worse. Come on. Stop it. Stop sliding. Stop it. Oh, don't hurl yourself over there. That's not what we're looking for. Okay. I feel like I'm going to do this tactically. There we go. Get yourself up on the... Ah! No? Okay. That's cool with me. Whoops. Okay. I need to be more careful with my hammer because I keep swinging it, swanging it around and bashing into stuff that I don't mean to bash into. Such as the big red poly boy. Ah, I did it again. Okay. Stop it. No, not down there. Buddy. Tom. I'm gonna call you Tom. Tom, you need to get your act together here. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. See, Tom, look at you. You're a star. Tom, you're not a star. Ah! No! Jesus. Nope, not over there. Don't do that. This is gonna turn out awful. I'm gonna eventually need to just like take a break and just go to my happy place, because this is not exactly my happy place. While I do love hiking, this is not the kind of hiking that I enjoy. I like hiking with my legs, not in a pot with a hammer. Speaking of which, that's a really big hammer, I have to say. That is like a man-sized hammer for a man-sized man in a man-sized pot. Die. Come on. You can do it. Tom, I think is what I named you. I don't know what your name is. Quite honestly, do I care what your name is? I don't think I care what your name is. Oh. Pull it in towards your body so you don't scrape it on the rocks. And you're screwing me up, man. There we go. Oh. No! Let me up! Please! Okay. Alright. I've made it. And my throat is just beginning to hurt. So that tree is not solid, so I can launch myself over the cliff at any moment now. And like that.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
There goes my red solo cup. Alright, you know what?
You just lost a lot of progress.
I know I did. Thank you.
That's
Thank
a
you
deep
so
frustration.
Yes,
A real punch in the gut.
Yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate your kind words of encouragement. Alright, maybe I shouldn't. Nah, that's way too much sensitivity. Hold up there. Alright, hang on. There we go. Okay. Come on. No. Yes, there you go. That's not quite what we're looking for. There we go. And you're back at the bottom.
Sorry about that.
Thanks, bud. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Back and better than ever, so they say. This is not better than ever, but I'll act like it's better than ever. Ah! Look at me and my man muscles. Oh! That was close to me being bad. Just kidding. I already am bad. Alright, there we go. No, that's not quite where I want to be. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. Maybe another day. Okay, back up the mountain. This is daunting. This is painful. Nevertheless, it's still awful to say, to tell this poor man who has no legs, I think? I don't know, does he have no legs, or is... I don't know. He might just be half cauldron. Or he might just be hanging out in there, you know? I don't know. Why he would have legs and just be hanging out in a cauldron, I have no idea. Quite frankly, I'm not too interested to find out. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is a one-way ticket straight into purgatory. If you want to know what purgatory or hell looks like, this is it. It is on my computer screen right now. There we go. Okay. Or you can just start humping them. Ah, yeah, there you go. That's some sexy licking right there. Okay.
Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
Really? Bop. Bop. There we go. Bah. Come on. Get in the thing. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. This is the place where you want to be. Never mind.
The soul would have no rainbow had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney.
There we go. So if I push it up and to the right, yeah, there we go. I see how to do it. I see exactly how it's done. Don't launch yourself over the other edge, because that would really almost make me cry. Man tears. Okay. Get in there. There we go. And... Shabbat! I made it! I hope this is a checkpoint. Please be a checkpoint. I made it to somewhere that doesn't suck as much. Never mind. It still sucks just as much. What I'm hoping, though, is that it won't reset.
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy.
I see. This is gonna be awful, isn't it? I see exactly what you're doing here, jerk. You're gonna dingle-dangle me right over my starting area, and I'm gonna fall, and I'm gonna... Oh, no.
Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
I really thought I was going back to the beginning for a moment. Dude, if this is a checkpoint, I really hope this new-ish area is a checkpoint, because if it's not, I might actually just, like, stop playing this game. Come on! Get up the thing! Alright, never mind! Alright, looks like I need to hop onto you, my friend, friend with the electrical thing, and then onto that, and then that, and then that. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't, but yeah, I know where I'm going with this. I hope I know where I'm going with this. Am I unable to just hop right to the black thing? I think I am. Alright, whatever. Come on. Do it. Use your man muscles. Get up there. Ah! There we go. There we go. Ah, there we go. That's what we're looking for, boys. And girls. And compadres. And people. And friends. And I'm trying to think of other words I can use. Pals. Buddios. Compadres again. Because I like the word compadres. Compadres just sounds fun to say. Let's be real. Thankfully, this is like big enough that I won't just catapult myself off the other side. Hopefully. I probably will because I'm stupid enough to, but hopefully. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Dangle yourself right to the edge there. There you go. And it's hammer time, baby. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. There you go. Baby steps, come on, one at a time. You can do this, come on. You can do this, Paul. George. Fred.
No.
There we go. Dingle dangle on our way to victory. Hoorah! That's what I like to see.
There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, Scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled.
Thanks for that very poetic speech.
Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
What a poem, dude. That is a fantastic... what am I looking at? What do I have to do? What am I doing? It doesn't look too good. Alright, so I think, do I need to catapult myself over to the fragile boxes?
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
Okay. Very gentle, like, okay. I saw my entire life flash before my eyes, because I feel like that pit goes down in the beginning. And that pit is not the kind of pit I'm looking to go down. That's not the kind of pit I'm looking to go down! Oh wait, it doesn't... Oh, that's where it goes down into the abyss. Okay. The abyss of displeasure and unhappiness, aka the start again. Okay. No! Well, that's a wrap, folks. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm not sure if this is just gonna be a one-day play yet, or if you guys actually really like this, I'll turn it into a playlist and start actually progressing somewhere and not hurling myself down back to the beginning. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next episode of whatever it is to come. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with me during these painful and frustrating times. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you later. Peace out.